The zombie genre evolves depending on changing dynamics in politics, social issues, and popular culture, and often highlights or challenges established norms and social ideals. Our film plot highlights the idea of passive learning in schools and how it changes students into mindless zombies with no free thought of their own. Also, it explores unchecked technological advances and their possible dangers. In the genre theorist Rick Altman's 1999 piece A Semantic Syntactic Approach to Film Genre, he states that in the new millennium films of the zombie genre have taken on new semantic and syntactic forms, semantics being the study of meaning and syntax the study of various signs which appear in a system and the possible arrangement of those signs. Contemporary zombie films have evolved from the B-movies uninterested in a deeper narrative and wider meaning to films centred on social and political conflict and exploring the human condition. This questioning of what makes us human is popular amongst filmmakers, as zombies are humans who have been forced into their most primitive state and stripped of all emotion. Though even this idea of emotion as zombies has been challenged in films such as Day of the Dead, 1985, and Warm Bodies, 2013. This is a clear example of how this genre is constantly evolving and changing. In Day of the Dead, the character of Bub, who is a zombie, is given a gun and remembers how to use it and points it at a man. In Warm Bodies, the character of R falls in love with a human girl. Zombie films traditionally have no fixed narrative, which gives the filmmakers the freedom to blend other genres with the zombie one, including romance, farce, parody, comedy, human drama, social realism, etc. In our film, we've included a romance subplot of a love triangle, which runs alongside the apocalypse and survivor plot. For inspiration, we looked at trailers for teenage romance films such as 10 Things I Hate About You, 1999, and found that the romantic hero and heroine story is set up in generally the same format. At the beginning of the trailer, the guy is seen looking longingly at the girl. Later, there is a shot-reverse shot shown of them looking at each other, and near the end of the trailer, they are seen together in a romantic way in the same shot. We have followed these conventions with our shots depicting Samantha and Sebastian. We've also followed the convention of having a heterosexual relationship with the man who does the longing after the girl, as this complies with both Laura Mulvey's theory, the male gaze, and the patriarchal society within which our plot is set. Also, the majority of modern zombie films are designed to tap into the post-9/11 consciousness, as much like zombies, mass terrorism is a threat against the people of the Western world and its governmental structure. In our trailer, we have used many common conventions from zombie films. We have shots at the beginning of our trailer which establish equilibrium and the calm before the storm. These are the shots of the students in the common room. Our zombies are wearing a variety of different outfits, so to suggest that people from all walks of life and situations are affected by the virus. This coincides with the ideal that zombie films are anti-capitalism. We have a male protagonist who, through the film, fights for the safety of his female love interest. This conforms with Laura Mulvey's theory of the male gaze. We have shots of a horde of zombies to show the gravity of the situation and how the virus has spread. In zombie films, zombies usually outnumber the humans, and we've shown this in our trailer by depicting the majority of characters in our trailer as zombies, with only a few human survivors shown. We've included action shots of running, hitting, eating flesh, and panicking, etc., which highlight the action element present in many zombie films. We have used an eerie soundtrack at the beginning and a more dramatic action soundtrack during the apocalypse scenes, which become increasingly dramatic and fast, building up to the climax at the end. This music reflects the narrative arc of rising action in our trailer. In some shots, we use a handheld shaky camera. This is a convention in zombie films and mirrors the panic of the characters and weak foundations which humanity and society are resting on. Our protagonists also follow common stereotypes found in zombie films and also laid out by the media theorist Vladimir Prop. An anti-hero is not a villain, but they're simply to be compared against the hero and cause minor conflict with them. The anti-hero is not outright bad, but does have a lack of heroic or moral qualities. Many anti-heroes join forces with the heroes to fight against the villain. In our trailer, Sebastian is the hero and Jason the anti-hero. Jason joins forces with Sebastian to fight the zombies and to keep Samantha, the final girl, safe. Samantha is an interesting character, as she carries attributes of two very conflicting stock characters, the princess and the final girl. The princess is a female character who needs saving by the hero, much like Samantha is kept safe by Sebastian, the hero, and also Jason, the anti-hero. Though she can also be considered as a final girl, as she is the last female character alive within their group and has an androgynous name, Sam. As our target market is both male and female, the male audience will most likely look at the character of Samantha as the princess who needs saving by the male characters, whereas the female audience will look at her as the final girl. The character of Sebastian does not follow the conventions of a traditional hero, though in many modern films we are seeing the rise of what is called the nerd hero. This is a character who is considered nerdy or geeky, due to his awkward social skills, general manner and dress. However, the nerd hero is gifted at using technology, has a fierce moral code, and is considered a nice person. The rise of this character follows how the world is becoming more and more dependent on technology, and so those who create or use it become more powerful and important within society. Examples of heroes with these attributes are Columbus from Zombieland and Robert Neville from I Am Legend. Through his dress and mannerisms, Sebastian has the attributes of a nerd hero and will be easily recognisable to our young target market.